The Bride Who Dared. In the heart of Umonachi, a quiet village nestled between emerald hills and whispering rivers, there lived a young woman named Adure, daughter of Ichie Okoye, the wealthiest and most feared elder in the land. Adure was beautiful, not just with her almond eyes and skin kissed by the sun, but with a spirit that burned like flame. From the age of 16, her fate had been sealed. She was betrothed to Obidike, the warlord's son, from Umunze, a neighboring village known for pride and conquest. But Adures belonged to another. His name was Chisom, a humble palm wine tapper whose father died in exile after being accused of betraying the village in the Great Yam War. Chisom was kind, intelligent and brave, but in the eyes of the elders, he was an outcast, a shadow. Still, when Adure and Chisom met by the banks of Omamiri, the river of blessings, their love blossomed in secret like moonflowers that bloom when no one watches. But secrets do not stay buried for long. On the eve of Adure's marriage, the village prepared for celebration. Drums echoed through the hills. The scent of the roasted yam and goat meat danced in the air. The Obi Ichie Okoye's great compound shimmered with red and white cloth, but Adure's heart beat with thunder. That night, she escaped, dressed in a wrapper of blue and gold, her hair adorned with coral beads. Adure fled into the forest to meet Chisom beneath the great ube tree, their secret haven. They planned to run, to cross the river Idemiri and live in Ogota, where no one knew their names. But fate had other plans. Obidike, her would-be husband, had been watching. He had suspected Adure's silence, her distant gaze, the way she avoided his eyes. He followed her into the forest, and he was not alone. With him were five warriors. Adure and Chisom were dragged from the roots of the ube tree, beaten. Chisom blood sucked the earth. Adure screamed, not for her freedom, but for his life. But Obidike was merciless. He raised his machete, ready to silence Chisom forever. And that was when Adure did the unthinkable. She threw herself between the blade and her beloved. The machete cut through her shoulder, not deep enough to kill, but enough to scar, enough to shake the air with her cry. The warriors froze. In that moment, Ichie Okoye arrived. He had followed the trail of betrayal, but what he saw was not betrayal, it was truth. A daughter willing to bleed for love, a man willing to die without raising a hand in anger. Ichie Okoye was a man of pride, yes, but he was also a man of the gods. And the gods, they say, speak through sacrifice. He raised his hand and spoke. Let no man say who his daughter must love. Let no sword punish where the heart has chosen. For the one who dares to love is the one who dares to live. And so Adure was no longer the pride promised. She became the pride who dared. Not because she ran, not because she bled, but because she chose love in a world ruled by fear. In time, the people forgave Chisom. They saw him not as a cursed name, but as a son of the soil. He and Adure built a small home by the banks of Omamiri, where they raised their children who knew love and tradition could live side by side. And the village of Umonachi, it never forget the woman who dead. They still tell her story on quiet nights when the fire crackles low and the moon grows high over the hills.